Hello and welcome to our Media Industry Structure and Dark Patterns lecture on Who Runs the Show. This is Journalism 101, Intro to Mass Comm. My name is Kelsey Stewart and this is Moore Park College. All right, so we are going to talk about who runs the show, media monopolies. The media and entertainment industry consists of film, print, radio, and television. These segments include movies, TV shows, radio shows, news, music, newspapers, magazines, and books. The top 10 media and entertainment companies are the Wall Street Disney Company, 21st Century Fox, DirecTV, Time Warner, NBC, National Amusements Incorp., CBS, Viacom, and News Corporation. The U.S. media and entertainment industry contributes more than $632 billion to the economy and represents a third of the global industry. So, as we take that in, let's go over our top ranking film right now. So, Disney's Avengers Endgames was the first film to exceed $1 billion in its opening. The domestic record so far has been about 160 million. It's been the highest all-time box office for any Saturday or Sunday, and was shown on almost 5,000 screens in the U.S. and Canada, which is the most ever. Disney now owns the top 4 weekend openers with Avengers and Star Wars under their belt. So Disney is now known as the king of the box office. So they have Pixar, Marvel, Star Wars, and Fox. So as of last March, they purchased Fox for roughly $72 billion. In a New York Times article, we have Disney now owns Robert Murdoch's former empire, including the 20th Century Fox movie and television studio, which includes X-Men, Avatar, and the Simpson franchises, as well as the Ice Age animation studio that is based in Connecticut, the National Geographic and Fox cable networks, and most of the streaming service Hulu, and Star, a fast-growing television service provider in India. So Disney is very well endowed with what it has accumulated in its conglomerate. So we're going to take that example and focus on the two most popular forms of media industry structures, and that is the monopoly and the oligopoly. So as we've talked about before, we have the 6 media giants. We went over them in our last lecture, but here they are listed out again. These control 90% of what you watch and read. So a monopoly refers to a sector or industry dominated by one corporation, firm, or entity. So monopolies can be considered an extreme result of free market capitalism in that, absent any restriction or restraints, a single company or group becomes large enough to own all or nearly all of the markets, goods, supplies, commodities, infrastructure, and assets for a particular type of product or service. There is a podcast attached to this. It is 33 minutes long. It is incredibly interesting if you want to take a look at it. It is called Sheer Intelligence. Mark Lloyd, who is a professor of communications at USC's Annenberg School of Journalism. He served as the Associate General Counsel and Chief Diversity Officer at the FCC prior to that, and was also a broadcast journalist. His most recent book, The Communications Crisis in America and How to Fix It, he has a discussion with Robert Sear that currently basic communication problems in the United States are preventing citizens from receiving information vital to their safety and well-being. It's incredibly interesting. Lloyd says that one of the reasons for this crisis is that the local television and radio stations are being acquired by large corporations that do not prioritize local news. He tells Shear that the importance of communications goes back to the founding fathers and the establishment of the post office. He says that the many Americans who still get information primarily from newspapers and broadcast TV and not the internet should not be ignored. So that is a tie-in to this lecture, and if you would like to look at it, just hit the link. The second structure is the oligopoly. This is a market structure with a small number of firms, none of which can keep the others from having significant influence. So the concentration ratio measures the market share of the largest firms. A monopoly is one firm, a duopoly is 2, and an oligopoly is 2 or more firms. There is no precise upper limit to the number of firms, but the number must be low enough that the actions of one firm significantly influence the others. The market structure that Netflix operates under is an oligopoly, and there are a few companies that control the entire market. In this streaming market, Netflix, Hulu, and Amazon are the main competitors. But here we have a list of common industry oligopolies. We have the cable television, entertainment, airlines, mass media, which we've talked about, pharmaceuticals, computers and software, cellular phone devices, smartphones, aluminum and steel, oil and gas, and automobiles. So let's take a step back and talk about dark patterns. So these would tie into the media structure as part of the advertising process used in keeping you on their publications, on their networks, channels, and so forth. These are tricks used in not just websites, but mainly websites and apps, as that convergence happens, and that's where we get most of our uses for the media. But websites and apps that make you buy or sign up for things you didn't mean to. The purpose of this, the site of the dark patterns, which I have linked right here, is to spread awareness and shame companies that use them. So you can take a look at the Dark Patterns website. But their main question that they ask is, have you ever tried to delete your Amazon account? Now, this opens up discussions on what it would look like. Here we go.
Dark patterns are features of interface design, crafted to trick users into doing things that they might not want to do, but which benefit the business in question. Here's an example. Have you ever tried to delete your Amazon account? Here's the Amazon homepage. What's the first thing you might think to do? The obvious place to look is the account drop-down here. Once you're in here, you look around, it's a lot of information, but if I'm interested in deleting my account, I think that your account is probably a good place to go. Once I'm on this page, there's a lot more information. Payment options, login and security, and a bunch of stuff down here. Unfortunately, you could click every link on your account page, but none would deliver you to a place where you could actually delete it, because it's not here. In order to actually delete your Amazon account, you have to go all the way down to the bottom of the page, and under Let Us Help You, click Help. Once you're in here, you have to navigate to Need More Help, because putting it on this page would just be too easy. Then click Contact Us. This is where it starts to get ridiculous. It's still nowhere to be seen, but of the 4 options on the top that you want help with, click Prime or Something Else. You want the something else. In this Tell Us More About Your Issue dropdown. There's still nothing that suggests account deletion. You just have to know to click Login and Security. And then in a second dropdown, there it is, the magic button. Close my account. Except in order to actually do that, you now have to have a chat conversation with an Amazon associate who's going to tell you all the reasons account deletion is a bad idea. See, you can't delete the account yourself. They have to do it for you. This is a dark pattern, a crappy user experience that intentionally makes it difficult, almost impossible without help, to do something that hurts Amazon. UX specialist Harry Brignall categorizes this specific kind of dark pattern as a roach motel, a design that makes it very easy for you to get into a situation, but very hard to get out. Brignall is actually the one who coined the term dark pattern in 2010, and he's been cataloging and lecturing about the issue ever since. Many of these dark patterns we're all familiar with. I only have to search my email for a few seconds to find one. For example, here, I'm getting spam emails from Architectural Digest. I scroll down and look at that. This is a mess, but it's a mess on purpose. The unsubscribe link is here, but it's devilishly hard to see. That's because it's the same font and virtually the same color as the rest of the fine print. Here's another dark pattern that uses color to misdirect. Over at the user testing blog, Jennifer Jerome points out that the mobile game Two Dots carries you through the experience by offering green buttons. A green button to start the game, a green button to pick a level, a green button to start the level, and 3 green buttons to continue to the next level, and so on. But once you lose a level, the color scheme changes. The first green button you see leads you right to an in-app purchase, while the continue button is just a little X that blends into the larger element. I wonder how many people clicked buy moves reflexively as a Pavlovian response. Now, to be fair, this is a pretty benign dark pattern, but it shows how companies can use something as simple as color to trick you into doing what they want. On the more egregious end of the spectrum, you have stuff like this banner ad for Chatmost, which is made to look like it has a speck of dust on it, causing people to brush it away and accidentally click the link. Or you have sites like Booking.com, where they do everything in their power to increase the urgency of a purchase, going so far as to alert you in big red notifications of the hotel rooms that you just missed. I mean, you better book now. You don't want to be left behind again, do you? Every once in a while, a company goes a little too far and actually breaks the law. Remember when you used to get spam with all those LinkedIn invites from friends? Well, that was because of a confusing dark pattern on their ad contacts page, which allowed LinkedIn to scoop up people's email contacts and send them messages repeatedly without their consent. In a comprehensive blog post, Dan Schlosser showed how LinkedIn tried to trick users 8 times in their sign-up and onboarding procedures into surrendering their email contacts. Unfortunately for LinkedIn, this proved to be a step too far. Users filed a legal challenge claiming that sending multiple unwarranted emails hurt their professional reputation. LinkedIn settled the dispute for $13 million, which came out in the end to about $10 per user. It's rare for dark patterns to face consequences like these. Mostly they stay just on the right side of the law, understanding that it's hard to legislate around the psychological tricks of UX design. Everything on the internet is fighting for your attention, but there's a difference between those who are taking the time to build trust and loyalty and the special offer you clicked which actually enrolled you in a monthly subscription, or the social network that dark patterned you into letting it sell data that you didn't even know it had. Some of the responsibility is on us, but some is on design too. And it's not the fault of the designers, they're just doing what they're tasked to do, knowing full well that if they don't, others will. As Brignall says, our best defense against the dark patterns is to be aware of them and shame the companies who utilize them. Design is what mediates our interaction with the internet. It's the language we read it in. It's not too much to ask that that language be comprehensible and honest.
All right, so that was our video on dark patterns, and that kind of gave us an overview of what companies, specifically media companies or advertising companies, marketing companies, can use in order to market and advertise. So it is something to just be aware of. It ties in a little bit with our media literacy that we talked about in our previous module as well. So feel free to check out The Verge posted an article similar on dark patterns. So inside the interfaces trying to trick you. Again, this was released in 2013, so it has changed a little bit since then. But keep me posted with any questions, and thank you for tuning in.